Hi guys, it's your girl. Well, uh, we've had a full weekend this weekend. We played, if you look on my Facebook, you'll see two live videos of us playing my roleplay game, Ars Magica, that I run. I didn't create it, that was Wizards of the Coast, and I love it. I've been running it for a long time with different groups, and the longest I've ever run it was, what, 2 years?
Yeah.
So, I love running this game, and I ran it briefly for some friends, and when they found out that I was running it again, they jumped on it and been having a ball. 2 games down so far, and it looks like this time it's going to run for a long time. So, and today there was a neighbor had a cookout for his son's birthday, so we went over there and we were over there all day. Oh my goodness. And if you know anything about me, my legs hurt. So, but there's something else I want to talk about that happened, earlier this week. And it's got my goat. As Dougie would say, it's got my panties in a bunch.
Up around her ears bunch.
And it's all over YouTube. It really is. It's all over YouTube. I know a lot of people have made videos about it and comments about it. Well, I'm going to chime in late as usual.
But that's her thing. Better late than never.
Exactly. DADDYOFIVE. My daughter watched this channel, and she told us it was funny. So I didn't pay any attention to it when she told me about it. She said it was funny. Until I saw it, and this is going to be a brief video because frankly I'm tired. But until it came across on the Phil DeFranco show. And if you're on YouTube, you know the Philip DeFranco show. A friend of him sent him a video from this channel that was concerning. So Philip DeFranco did a story on it. And it alarmed me a lot. It really did. It alarmed me a lot. Because I am so against child abuse. Do I yell at my kids? Yeah.
What parent doesn't?
Do I curse at my kids? Sometimes, because that's because I have a I've got foul language, but I lately have been trying to control it. Do I hit my kids? Absolutely not.
Correction, if needed. But not to
that extent.
Yeah.
I watched this channel and I was alarmed with what I saw. That morning, I watched the Philip DeFranco show. Or excuse me, that afternoon. And then I went to look at these videos, and they were made private, or they were taken down, or for whatever. It was either by DADDYOFIVE or by YouTube, I don't know. One person said he made them private. Another person said that YouTube flagged them for violence, abuse, and bullying, and they made them not public anymore. Whatever happened, ugh. But the videos I saw on the Philip DeFranco show disgusted me. Because in my eyes, it's blatant child abuse. Blatant. I see a little boy on a floor in a body scissors. Now, if you guys are wrestling fans, you know what a body scissors is. And the body scissors is on him by his brother, who's pulling back on his head. That alone alarms me because I've had a broken neck. I've had neck problems since I was 11 years old. And then, off frame, you see another child's leg come out and kick this little boy in his private area. That alarmed me. Boys will be boys, but that alarmed me because the father was filming it, viewing it, and did nothing to stop it. Another video I saw of this young boy, and somebody saved their videos, and they posted this one where the same young boy who had the body scissors on him was sitting there playing his Xbox, minding his business. And the father comes in and unplugs his Xbox and says, I only did that so I could set up your tablet. That by itself, to a gamer, whew, yeah, that would have made me angry. But the little boy had just gotten an iPad the day before. So the older brother comes in and he's trying to set up the iPad. And he's telling this little 7-year-old boy, your iPad's not mine now. La 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 la. The boy's going off because it was just bought for him the day before. And his sister is sitting on the bed. And the older brother comes in and pulls this boy. Well, before he sets up the iPad, the older brother comes in and pulls this boy's chair over, that he falls out the chair onto the floor. That alone would have had me on him. I would have been yelling at him. How dare you? So further on in the video, the older brother's setting up the iPad. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. But he's getting yelled at by his dad. Then the brother says, oh, the iPad's mine now. I just set it up for me. Now, mind you, from what we've heard, all these kids have iPads. All of these kids have Xbox Ones. All of these kids get spoiled. And this boy sets up this little boy's iPad for himself. And when the little boy tries to retaliate or even shows any kind of emotion, the brother gets upset, takes the iPad, and proceeds to slamming it against a wall and breaking a brand new iPad. What? And the father lets him. Then I see another video where the same brother, I think it's the same brother, picks up this little 7-year-old boy and body slams him onto the floor, basically face planting this little boy onto the floor. Now, I wish I could edit because I'd show you this video and it absolutely made me cry. It broke my heart. And the next day, Keemstar had an interview with the parents and he gave them a chance to defend themselves. And the way Keemstar was brought up, stuff like that happened. Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on that. Because I was brought up in a house where I was raised by my mother with my two brothers. My sister lived with my father. And my brothers would always pull pranks on me. Not serious ones. They wouldn't pick me up and face plant me, but they would always pull some kind of prank on me. My older brother beat us up. Point blank period. But anyway. Keemstar, being raised in a similar, he didn't see it as abuse. He wasn't, he was on the fence about it. He, he couldn't deny nor confirm that it was abuse because he was on the fence. He was 50-50, as he said. So he let them defend themselves. And the next day after that, out comes another video where the father is playing the bottle flip challenge with two of the sons, the one that's so far been face planted, body scissors kicked in the nether region, had his iPad destroyed. He's sitting over in the corner. Sister sitting on the bed, another brother sitting on the bed. Looks like the youngest of the three stepbrothers. And they're playing the bottle flip challenge. And this is the part that messes me up. In the beginning of the video, the father absolutely says, if the bottle lands standing up, you win. But if it lands on its side, you get slapped in the face. Whew. So the video cuts out. And it's next thing you see is the younger one standing in front of the girl. And the father's sitting there and he says, you don't hit girls.
But she's your sister, so she's the exception. Now, granted, my dad raised me and my sister the same way. You don't hit girls, but she is your sister, so she's the exception. But there was a limit. You know, if we got in an old fight, I could hit my sister. But
playing a game?
Yeah.
But playing a game, no. And this boy comes out of nowhere. How I describe it is that he comes from down south. Now, I don't know if you can see. I don't know if I can get it out that far. Because I'm just on my phone. But when I mean he's coming from down south, he's bringing his hand from all the way down here. Can you guys see my hand? He's bringing his hand from all the way down here. And he comes up with force and slaps this girl across her face so hard her head, she should have got whiplash. This poor baby. And you can see her visibly start to cry. And all the father could say was, oh my God. That is blatant child abuse. It breaks my heart because I have three. One of them is special needs. And I never want to see that to happen to any children. They deserve better than that. And it broke my heart. I literally started to cry. I'm still getting kind of choked up over it. And then Let me rewind back because that was the Keemstar interview. Keemstar was on, Philip DeFranco was on Monday. Keemstar was on Tuesday. When Keemstar said that he could not defend them because of that video was on Wednesday. I'm going to rewind back to Tuesday. Or was it Wednesday? No, I think it was Tuesday. They set out an apology. A so-called apology. And to me, it was fake as... They faked the funk. Now, where I come from, faking the funk means you're lying through your teeth to get yourself out of trouble. And they were lying. They were faking the funk like anything. Oh my God, they were faking the funk. And come to find out, these people live in Baltimore. That's what, an hour and a half drive outside from Philly. That's an hour and a half drive from Philly.
2, depending
on how you go.
Yeah. Traffic and whether you're speeding,
And I'm going, wow, if I knew where they lived, I'd drive past the house. I wouldn't do nothing. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't do nothing. But I'd drive past their home. And I'd get their address. And as soon as I got finished getting the address, I'd drive away and I'd call 911. Get CPS in that house. That's the action I would have taken. But this apology, oh my God, they faked the funk so bad. It was so fake. It was so scripted. And for this woman to call these younger 2 kids her kids, and she's not the biological mother. Oh, now, let me explain to you why that bothers me. Okay? Doug is my oldest child's stepfather. We've always let him know who his mother is, obviously he knows who his mother is, but we've always let him know Doug is not your daddy. Daddy is one thing. Pop is another. Pop loves you just as much as Daddy, but Daddy will always be your daddy. You have one daddy, and he loves you very much and will always love you. Unfortunately, my ex passed away. God rest him. But we've always told Connor that, so that way Connor doesn't get confused about who his dad is. This woman... Now, there was an interview put out on Tuesday or Wednesday with the biological mother stating that these people, she basically got railroaded in family court and they got custody of her children just because she has some disabilities. That's messed up. Serious, y'all, that's messed up. To take a child away from the mother just because she has some disabilities. They couldn't prove that she was being neglectful. The police and CPS, according to her, went into her house and saw that it was clean. There was food in the house. They had clothes. They had shoes. They had bedrooms full of toys. So, but she got railroaded because she didn't have a lawyer. Okay. But this woman lives down in, I think she said, South Carolina. and she's been trying to get the kids back. Now,
no offense, I would like to go down and smack the judge that she got railroaded on.
just because she didn't have a lawyer. Now, this is what bugs me. This is the point I was trying to make. This woman had the nerve to say, I am their real mother. I am their... No, you're not. You're the stepmother. And for you to say that that child, before you got your hands on him, had aspirations of going out onto a street corner with a can and started to beg for money? Woman, who are you? You don't know how that lady was raising her kids. You weren't in her house. You may have been spreading your legs for her husband, but you weren't in her house. Unless her husband was that fucking nasty. Excuse my language, oh my God. I'm trying to curb my language, I really am. But that lady made me so upset. I'm their real mother. I'm their real mother. No, you're not. No, you're not. And then come to find out that the father and the stepmother have been preventing her from seeing her kids just because she has a disability and almost died at birth. Not the kids, the biological mother. She almost died at birth. And as a result of a rough delivery, she has some mild brain damage, which resulted in some memory issues. Okay. Nasty. She's really nasty. No, she's not. Come on, people, use your common sense. And then she had the nerve, I'm their real mother. I'm their real mother. I love these kids. If you loved them so much, you wouldn't be letting the father have these kids smacked, kicked in the nether region, face planted on the floor. Some mother. But what really caused the whole thing was this one who's screaming, I'm their real mother, I'm their real mother, played the prank that got the outrage. She's the one that played the prank that got the outrage. Buying some invisible ink, some disappearing ink, and saying, I'm going to go spread it on such and such's carpet and act like he did it. And when she called him up there, she was cussing in his face, was yay close to his face, screaming at him at the top of her lungs like she was a darn maniac. And then when another boy, the youngest of his stepbrothers, came to defend him, they pulled him into the damn prank, acting like he was an accomplice. Had these boys crying. They were so upset that they were crying, screaming, crying, not just crying, screaming, crying, thinking that they were going to get into more trouble and they were going to have their stuff taken. They were going to lose their allowance for something that they didn't do. And then the mother's prancing around the room like, I'm number one. I got this. What kind of mother are you? I'm that real. No, you're not. No mother prances around the room after playing that kind of a prank, making these kids think that they're going to get really punished for something you did. No, a prank is one thing. That's not a prank. The video is out there. All you got to do is watch it, and you'll see what I mean. That's not a prank. And then the father says, it's just a prank, bruh. That's your son. He ain't your bruh. And you ain't in college, Mr. Lambda, Lambda, Lambda. And if you were part of the great in a fraternity, or if you were part of the '80s, you know what I mean by that.
Nerds are us. I mean,
This man and this woman are disgusting. They're despicable, and they must be stopped. And I hope CPS is involved. I hope the courts are involved. I hope all 5 of those kids were snatched from the house. I hope that the mother of the older 3, the stepmother to the younger 2, gets locked up. The father, I hope he gets locked up. The money that they made off of YouTube divided between the children. I mean, there's other things I can bring up, such as the Disney World trip, that absolutely disgusts me. What happened before they left for Disney really messes with your head as to why. No. No, no, no. But I'm already at 26 minutes and I really want to make this a short video. But watch DADDYOFIVE Disney World trip and you'll know what I mean. Or we're leaving for Disney or something like that. You'll see what I mean. That's messed up. I hope these kids get snatched. I don't want them to be put into the system, no. I want the older 3, the mother's 3 boys, to be sent to their father. I don't know if their biological father hasn't spoken out as far as I know. But the younger 2, I hope they go to their mother. I don't want them in the system. The system's broken. These kids would be messed up if they got put into the system. But they have biologicals that they can go to. They have grandparents that they can go to. But the stepmother and the father need to be locked up. Point blank period to me. And then on Thursday, they come out with another apology. No, it wasn't Thursday. It was Saturday that I found it. Because I was getting ready for my Ars Magica game that I ran on Saturday. And they were saying, we realize now that we did wrong, this, that, and the other, and we really love our children, and we're trying to get help, and little too late. Too little too late. Somebody exposed you for what you were. You put out an apology, but at the end of that apology, you blamed this person for the actions that were being taken against you, or the actions that were wrought against you. Then you go on to a YouTube drama channel or drama news channel, and you try to defend yourself, and you convince the creator of that channel that you're right. But the next day, that person who created that channel sees a video and says, I can't defend you. No, because what I just saw was child abuse. And you're still blaming the person who exposed you on Monday. Okay. But you was on Inside Edition. And Inside Edition exposed you to the whole nation. Not just your state, the whole nation. Inside Edition is an internationally televised show. And they exposed you. And you tried to say to them, this was the kids' project. They wanted to do this. They wanted to see what they could do, and then they wanted to post it to YouTube. No, I don't believe that for a hot minute. Maybe the older ones, yes. The younger ones, no. Not for a hot minute. Again, you're faking the funk, and you fake the funk on national TV. Then there was silence for Friday. Nobody heard anything. Then Saturday, all of a sudden, here comes another apology from DADDYOFIVE and MOMMYOFIVE. And I looked at that video, and the first thing out of my mouth is, those kids are not with them. Those kids got snatched. And I'll tell you the truth, I kind of hope that they did. I'm not saying it to cause the family any grief, but to get those kids to safety. To some kind of semblance of safety. Bottom line is, these people are disgusting, and they don't deserve children. They don't. The mother's an accountant. The father sits at home working on YouTube. If you're going to sit at home and work on YouTube, that means, and with these certain videos that were on your channel, and there were a lot of them, you're sitting at home working on these videos for a living, which means that you wanted, not the children, you wanted to put those videos out. Let's use some common sense. The man's making a living off of YouTube, putting up videos of his children being pushed into a bookcase, being face planted on a floor, being kicked in their nether regions. And you are making a living off of YouTube. Just by use of me finding out your occupation, dude, you're faking the phone. You're faking the phone. Point blank, you're faking the phone. And I hope that CPS, DHS, HRS, whatever the children's services down there in Maryland are, I hope that the social worker that gets your case does snatch those kids, sends them to biologicals, meaning their grandparents, their aunts, their uncles, their biological father, their biological mother, until you are thoroughly investigated. That's including these videos. And you are charged. And you do your time. You people are disgusting. And as far as those children, to those 5 children, especially the youngest, Cody. Oh, bless your hearts. Bless your hearts. I'm so sorry that you have to go through this. I watched all of that, and my heart broke, especially for Cody. My heart broke when I saw, I believe her name is Emma, slapped across the face. I started crying. You don't do that. Who does that? I'm so sorry. And I will say this, on behalf of the Stupid Adults Club, I apologize. Because to you kids, all of us adults are kind of stupid. So I'm going to say on behalf of the Stupid Adults Club, Your mom, your stepmother, your dad, your stepdad should have known better to have you film those videos, to do everything, body slam your stepbrother, slap your stepsister. They should have known better. And I apologize to you, and my heart goes out to you. My heart breaks for you. And I wish you nothing but safety and love for the rest of your lives. I hope that you go to your biologicals, and I hope that you find happiness and safety in your life, because obviously the poor parental units that you were living with were awful, deplorable, horrible examples of parents. Horrible. And I feel as if I need to apologize to you kids on behalf of all of us adults. They should have known better. Nobody said it to you from what I've seen, so let me be the first. I am so sorry. Not all of us are like that. Unfortunately, you have to deal with the hand you were given. And I hope that, again, you go to your biological grandparents, aunts, uncles, fathers, mothers, and I hope you find peace and happiness and safety. And with that, I'm going to end, guys. You know how to get a hold of me. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Anything to add before I end it off? Because I'm about to cry. Seriously, I'm about to cry again.
I'm gonna say this. Look, we make videos, our kids are in it, but we don't do anything
Abusive.
yeah, and hey, if the kids say, "Hey, let's do some kind of challenge,"
Take this.
yeah, okay, fine, but we're also going to make sure that that whatever challenge we do or something like that, that they're not going to get hurt physically, emotionally, mentally. Of course, my running joke is they're my kids; they're already mentally messed up, but but I mean, to turn around and say, "Oh, the kids wanted to do this," and
No,
stuff like that. No,
I don't believe that for
no.
a hot minute.
I mean, come on. He even says he makes his living off of YouTube. Well, if you make your living off of YouTube and you're using the kids to make the money, shouldn't the money be theirs, not yours?
Amen.
And if that's the case, then why is it you have to bribe the kids
To do what they did in those videos.
Yeah, exactly. Like, telling Cody, "Oh, I'll get you a PlayStation 4 if you get 1 million views for this video." Look, my kids want to do something.
Destroy an Xbox One.
Yeah, I don't care if it's a broken one or not. You don't torment a kid like that.
He destroys an Xbox One with a sledgehammer. And it's a broken Xbox One, but the kid thinks it's his. And he picks it up and he slams it on the ground and breaks it. And then he comes in with a sledgehammer and starts banging on this thing. Has this kid crying. Again, crying. And then he comes in and says, "This one's yours."
I'm sorry.
What?
I know there are other YouTubers that have done stuff like that.
What, to a 7-year-old?
But no, you don't
to
do...
a 7-year-old?
And from what I've seen of the videos, it's Cody that gets picked on, not the other kids.
Yeah.
So, look, my thing is if you're a family and you want to do YouTube videos, make sure that the kids aren't being hurt physically, mentally, emotionally, and that's fine by me. Yes, I know some pranks can go wrong and somebody's going to get hurt, but as long as you're looking after them to make sure that it doesn't happen and stuff like that, then I don't have a problem with it. But when almost every video you're seeing somebody getting hurt in some shape, form, or fashion, then that's not right. But hey, people actually like that. They watch it because they think it's for shock value when they think it's funny. But I don't. And then I think what's funny is that after you get somebody brings light to the situation,
you want to fake the funk.
You want to fake the funk. You want to privatize all your videos. And okay, fine.
And then you want to blame somebody that exposed you.
Yeah, I mean, and you want to blame somebody. You brought all this down on. No, you brought it on yourself. It's just somebody else brought it to.
All DeFranco did was show you for what you were. He didn't do nothing to you. He didn't. All he did was show your video, and he said how he felt about it.
That's how it goes. I mean, it's YouTube. You put it out there. Somebody's gonna make a comment on it. Or somebody's going to make another video about it. Did you see what this idiot did? Really? And then you're going to turn around and be like, well, me and my family wouldn't be in this situation if they didn't make a video.
You wouldn't be in that
situation. But you wouldn't be in that situation
if you made the video in the first place.
For them to make the video if you didn't make the video in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
It's YouTube. You have to have a thick skin. So, if you're going to put something out there that looks dangerous and can be potentially harmful to somebody, then you got to be ready for the backlash. Not me, not my kids.
In my opinion, he faked the funk like crazy. He really did. He faked the funk like crazy, trying to avoid the backlash that was coming at him and his wife, trying to fork the blame off on the kids, saying that it was their project.
Yeah, but I also look at it this way. I think that it's actually the stepmother wife who was running the whole show, because to be honest with you, just from the videos I've seen and all the other the videos before they weren't privatized and the videos after they privatized them, all the apology letters, he doesn't have the testicular fortitude to stand up to an ant.
She's a mean one. She's the one that runs that house.
She's the mean one, Mr. Grinch. You got competition. That's all I got to say.
She's mean. Wow. So, in conclusion, Beb,
YouTube is an entertainment thing, and as long as you do if you're going to make videos with family in it, make sure that it's appropriate for the audience you're looking at, and that no one gets hurt in any sense of the word. Like I said, physically, mentally, emotionally. And be prepared for any backlash that might come at you for the videos you do. Me and the wife, when we do our videos, if the kids are in them,
the kids are in them,
and we make sure that what we're doing isn't harmful for them.
Nope.
And if somebody wants to come back at us and say, you were wrong.
Okay.
Well, guess what? I was wrong.
Okay.
And I'm going to own up to that. But at the same time, my argument is going to be, I may have been wrong for what I did, for the video we did, but during the whole course of it, my kids weren't hurt in any shape, form, or fashion.
Nope.
And
but I'll
own my shit.
I'll own up to what anybody says in the comments. That if we were wrong, okay, we were wrong in doing that, and we'll listen.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll
I'll own
listen.
up
I'll
to
look
it,
at the comments, and you
and
know
I'll
what? Let me rewatch this video real quick. You know what? I was wrong. I'll even, I'll own my shit, and I'll apologize to anybody that I might have offended
and then
for the
I'll
video,
and then I will sincerely apologize to my children.
and it would be on video, so that it's not just, oh, well, I apologize to my kids. No, look,
It's not faking the funk.
did people say that what I did was mean in the video, and I read their comments
This
and I
is
understood
totally
it.
a hypothetical, but
Yeah, but
this is totally a
and I would
hypothetical.
apologize with them on camera so that people know that I'm being sincere, that I never meant to cause them any harm in any way.
But I'm sorry, but again, it's a total hypothetical. But if you've watched my videos, you know us, okay? But to those children, I have to say it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. On behalf of the Stupid Adult Club,
Yeah.
on behalf of the Stupid Adult Club, I'm so sorry. I apologize. You guys deserve better than that. Yeah, because it breaks my heart. So I'm ending it. Uh, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Shankara or slash Shankara. And let me know in the comments what you think. Please, I want to hear from you guys. And if the kids see this, again, I apologize. I really do. And I wish you all the happiness, love, and safety in the world. And to all you guys, I love you to the moon and back, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.